Sing with me. We are building a new way. Put your hands together. We are building a new way. We are building a new way. Feeling stronger every day. We are building a brand new way. We are working to be free. We are working to be free. We're working. We are working to be free. We are working to be free. Hate and greed and jealousy. We are working to be free. We can feed our every need. We can feed our every need. We can feel our every need. Start with love and ecstasy. We can feed our every need. Peace and freedom. Peace and freedom is our cry. Sing it out. Peace and freedom. Peace and freedom is our cry. Peace and freedom is our cry. Without these, this world would die. Peace and freedom is our cry. Yes. Another familiar one, Lean on Me. You know it. Get your little lean from side to side. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean. Please swallow your pride. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'm expecting some harmony since the choir's here. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load, you have to bear, that you can carry. I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody. One more time without music. Lean on me when you're not strong, If you want to sing, this is your moment. Yes. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Yes. Ah, yes. Give it up for the choir this morning. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome to UUCA. Yeah, I am the Reverend Ian Hill. I get excited and, we'll just start. So, I'm the Reverend Ian Hill. I'm the Associate Minister at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta. Yes, yes, yes. Give it up for yourselves. Yes. Ooh, yes. Shout out to Diane. I didn't think you was going to be here today. Yes. So the thing that I'm really excited about being here, because this is a community where we are transforming lives through courageous action and soulful connection. And here we believe in radical welcome. Here we believe in the seeker and the skeptic, the Muslim and the Buddhist, the Christian and the curious, the atheist and the agnostic. All of you, I know y'all are already excited, but tell a neighbor, tell somebody next to you, welcome. Yes, yes, yes. Here in this community, for folks who may not know, and so really for y'all at home online, if y'all don't know that here we welcome trans folks, we welcome cis folks, we welcome gay and straight, queer and asexual, whoever you are, whoever you love, however you show up, you are welcome here. We welcome, yes, yes, yes. It is the truth here. We welcome your whole self, your whole story, your culture, your ancestry, your whiteness, your blackness, your indigenous pride, your immigrant hope, your neurodivergent brilliance. Yes, yes, yes. Here we welcome your bodies just as they are. If y'all are excited still about this welcome, tell somebody on your other side, welcome. Yes. And I know y'all get excited because we're going to greet our neighbors. We're going to greet our neighbors later. But before we do that, I want to tell y'all something real like Reverend Jake just did not that long ago. And I too am going to borrow from Dr. Tony Stringer when he said, with all of this excitement and welcome still here, I won't tell you that you are free here, but I will tell you that you are freer here. I won't tell you that you are safe here, but I will tell you that you are safer here. This is a place where freedom can get made. This is a place where safety can get built. For this is a place where we are all welcome. And somebody else, for the last time, just shout welcome in this space. Welcome. Yes, this is really for all y'all at home who did not find your place. We got some empty seats in here, so next time you'll know that you are welcome here. And for the folks who maybe didn't remember to tell a friend that church was this morning, this is one of the only times you're going to be invited to pull out your phone and tell people, if you're not here, there's still time. There's still time. You can get here. And then you can put your phone on silent. Before I finish with this welcome, I do want to let y'all know that a new adult religious education series begun today, The Wisdom Path with Money, Spirit, and Life. Yes, give it up for The Wisdom Path with Money, Spirit, and Life. Yes, in this small group ministry, we are looking at economic justice, classism, gender, socialization, and how financial choices shape our lives with meaning and purpose. This happens every Sunday at 10 a.m. I know that y'all didn't get here to catch that today, but maybe next Sunday, and folks at home will know you can join at 10 a.m. There is so much going on here at UUCA. You can join L'Chaim, our Jewish awareness group, for Rosh Hashanah service this Sunday at 7:30. Tuesday, my goodness, my bad, this Tuesday. What I was meaning to say, on Thursday, I'm having a group leaders meeting. So if anybody leads a group out there and you're interested in joining with me with getting our priorities and plans in order, you can join me on Thursday online, and the link is in the weekly announcement. And if you're new around here and you want to learn more about us, you can join our Pathfinders class after service today in room 217. The session is with Sean Golan, and it's a crash course in Unitarian Universalism. For folks who don't know, lunch and childcare are provided, and if you have not hung out with Sean, he's awesome, so you'll want to go. And now, I would like to welcome Dominic Stewart, 10th grader, to help light our chalice. Oh, shoot, I forgot to relight the other candle. Made it a little harder. Thank you, Dominic. You're so talented. Yes, I love the ritual of our chalice lighting. Thank you. And now let us say the chalice lighting words together. May the light of this flame illuminate our tradition of seeking, invite all who yearn for acceptance, and ignite our passion for justice and peace.
With all that is going on in the world, perhaps you have asked yourself this question: what can I do to help? Please tell me. Yes? Our story this morning, We Are the Builders by Deepa Iyer, illustrated by Romina Galata, will give us some ideas. And I want you to listen not only for the ways to help that you would like to do, but also for those opportunities that may require you to get out of your comfort zone, to grow and stretch a little. So, welcome to our community day. Ready to find your role to play? I'm Ramla, I'm your guide. Follow me and stay by my side. So many grown-ups and kids are here. Everyone wants to volunteer. There's plenty to do in our own town. Help new friends, plant trees in the ground. The time is now. Let's all play a part. Listen and learn. What moves your heart? We are the builders. Now think about it. Could you be a builder? We're going to be going through a number of different roles here. And you at home, when we come to a role that you want to be, you need to type it in the chat. And I'll know if you didn't because Bryce will tell me. Okay. So we are the builders. We form and forge, construct and fix, improve homes with nails and bricks. See those old desks and tables and chairs? Good as new with some repairs. So who wants to join the builders here? Any builders out there? Yeah, we got some builders. We are the caregivers. We comfort, console, soothe, and cheer. Care kits for all near and dear. Acts of service and words that mend. How can I help my new friend? Who wants to join the caregivers? Yeah, we got some caregivers. We are the frontline responders. We plan and protect. Stay prepared. Storms brewing? Don't be scared. Stock cans of soup, bags of fresh fruits, gather coats, gloves, and boots. Who wants to join the frontline responders? Yeah, we as a congregation have done this, haven't we? Mm-hmm. We are the disruptors. I know we got some of you out there. We declare, we demand, we demonstrate, we call for change, we don't hesitate. Raise our voices, banners and beats, meet and march out on the streets. Who wants to join the disruptors? Yes. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of hands on that one. Now, we are the experimenters. We scan, we invent, and improvise. Solve hard problems with fresh eyes. What if these used bottles and rags could become packs and bags. So who wants to join the experimenters? Where are my scientists out there? I know there's a lot of you. Yeah, All right. We are the visionaries. We dream, imagine, and inspire a world we can all admire. Fresh air, clean water, safe and free, bright futures that we can see. Who wants to join the visionaries? Yeah, me too. We are the weavers. We stitch, we braid, we intertwine. Common threads link hearts and minds. When people fight or disagree, find what connects you and me. Who wants to join the weavers? Yeah. We are the healers. We renew, restore, and relieve. Tend to those who cry and grieve. Sometimes when the world is too much, we nurture with breath and touch. Who wants to join the healers? We are storytellers, yeah? We sing, we dance, we create art, bring joy and love heart to heart. Vibrant murals preserve our past, histories cherished at last, amen. Who wants to join the storytellers? Yeah. Of the different roles to play, which one feels like you today? You could become a guide, like me, show new folks what they can be. We mentor, we advise, we steer, share wisdom, honest and clear. Now that it's clear what we can each do, we want to hear from all of you. What role would you choose? Who would you be? How will you change your community? Something to chew on, amen? At this time, I would like to invite the Stewart family to the chancel to lead us in this morning's movement prayer. And as they make their way up, we invite you to rise as you are willing and able and join us. First, we bow to honor the Spirit of life. We lift our arms and embrace the gifts of Spirit. We bring these gifts unto ourselves with gratitude and breathe and smile. We share these gifts with the world. We remember to be present, honor, embrace, gratitude, share, be present. Amen. Blessed be. So at this time, we'd like to invite our children 3rd grade and under to exit and join preschool or their creative workshop for this morning. And the locations for these are just down the hall on the 1st floor. And as our children recess, please take this opportunity to greet your neighbor, especially someone you haven't met.
Today's reading is A Blessing Called Sanctuary by Jan Richardson. You hardly knew how hungry you were to be gathered in, to receive the welcome that invited you to enter entirely, with nothing of you found foreign or strange, nothing of your life asked to be left behind, or to be carried in silence or in shame. Tentative steps became you settling in, leaning into the blessing that enfolded you, taking your place in the circle that stunned you with its unimagined grace. You begin to breathe again and move without fear, to speak freely the words you carried in your bones, that echoed in your being. You learned to sing. But the deal with this blessing of welcome is it will not leave you alone. It will not let you linger safely in stasis, not because it is tired of you, but because the blessing desires you to become the sanctuary you have found, to be your welcome in the world, to tell what you have heard with your own ears, seen with your own eyes, and known in your own heart. That you are a blessed and precious child of radical love, beautiful to behold, and all are welcome, more than welcome, here.
How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Let us put hands on hearts. Feel your heartbeat, connection to life. Breathe in peace. And say to yourself silently, I will love myself. I will love others. And that love can heal the world. At this time, we hear the joys and the sorrows of this congregation. We join with joy in celebrating the 20th wedding anniversary of Joanna and John Merkel. Yes. And we join in sorrow as we recognize beloved member Alicia Hodges that passed away on Tuesday morning in her home, surrounded by family, We are grateful for all that Alicia and her late husband Walter contributed to this congregation. Please hold her family in your hearts. Cards are welcome. Also, the family of Jennifer Seitz request your healing thoughts as she begins treatment for breast cancer. She is feeling hopeful with current advances in cancer medicine and will undergo chemotherapy through December before surgery. Her son Emmett, who participated in this past year's coming of age class, suggested that prayers from UUCA community would be welcomed during this time. You are invited to say names of people you are holding in your heart this morning. I invite you to speak names out loud in this holy space, and if you are at home, please feel free to enter those names into the chat now. May all beings find connection. May all people find comfort. May all of us find more ways to be more loving to one another. Spirit of life, love eternal, we rest in holy gratitude. We surrender to a mystery beyond ourselves, asking for forgiveness for our own mistakes. Those times when perhaps we were selfish or thoughtless. And breathing in and out, we offer grace. We forgive ourselves and each other, and we begin again in love. And now let us calm our bodies and our minds. Again, breathing in peace and exhaling. We relax into this space that our intentions make sacred, and we enter into the silence.
How could anyone ever tell you you were less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Good morning. My name is Ed Outlaw. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm grateful to be a member of this wonderful congregation. Recently, I began volunteering with El Refugio at their hospitality house near Stewart Immigration Detention Center. The house offers support to families visiting loved ones who are detained there at the center. 2 weeks ago, I spent a weekend at the hospitality house with other volunteers. Together, we cooked, cleaned, and created a welcoming space for families. We offered fellowship and rides to those that were visiting detainees. El Refugio also gives volunteers the opportunity to meet directly with people inside Stewart who request visits. While there, I sat with a 31-year-old woman who has lived in the United States since she was 4 years old. She has 4 children, ages 8 months through 10 years, now cared for by their grandmother while their mother has been incarcerated for the past 3 months. She told me how much she misses her children and how afraid she is of being deported and permanently separated from her children and her family. Her description of daily life at Stewart was heartbreaking. She lives in an open room with 62 beds, all filled with only 4 bathrooms. The day before our visit, she broke down in tears and cried without stopping. She said that's common among the women there. Now, this woman is not a danger to society. She's a devout Catholic who's worked hard in construction and catering. She's spent virtually her entire life in the United States. What she's enduring is unimaginable. El Refugio's work is vital. They not only walk alongside those directly impacted by unjust immigration detention, but they also shine a light so that others may see and respond. I'm grateful that we, as a congregation, are sharing our plate with them today. The offering will now be given and gratefully received.
Trimmed and burning,
to our choir. And thank you all for these offerings. And if you will now join me in the dedication. To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action we call community, we dedicate our lives, and these are offerings. So, this one time when I was a guest preacher in a congregation somewhere far, far away from here, I was standing in the welcome line after service. I was shaking hands, making small talk, receiving hugs in the line, doing my thing, when someone leaned in with a broad smile and said, "I'm so glad you're here. Now bring all your friends and family with you next time you come." I froze for a moment because I wondered, what did they mean? Bring more black folks like me? Or bring more trans and queer folks? Or bring more people with joy and energy like I carry into the room? It could have been nothing. Or it could have been a microaggression. Those kind of offhanded comments that can flatten one's presence into a single role and in that way, recruiter of diversity. No. But before I could bristle in that moment, a different perspective opened in me. I realized that perhaps the real invitation wasn't about who I might bring. It's not about me filling the circle. The real invitation was for all of us to widen the circle before anyone else even shows up, to do our own inner work of widening the welcome first. And that's what I want to talk about this morning, widening the welcome, not as an additional banner outside, but as the inner practice of widening the welcome within. Some of you might know that this week, Jews around the world mark Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year, a threshold into the days of awe. It is a season of turning, of beginning again, for deciding what kind of people one will be. At the same time, the United Nations has named today, September 21st, as the International Day of Peace. Did y'all know that today was the Day of Peace? Yeah, it's been a thing for a little while now. And so these two traditions, one ancient and deeply spiritual, Rosh Hashanah, and the other modern and global, but both invite us to pause, take stock, and recommit to being a people of welcome and peace. Here in Atlanta, I think we need that kind of pause. We live in a city booming with growth, yet divided by lines of class and race. Atlanta is home to vibrant movements for equity and also home to rising cost of living that leave too many folks unhoused. We are a place where new neighbors arrive every day, immigrants, refugees, transplants from other states like me. But for so many, the question of welcome isn't something that is abstract, it's urgent. And so it leads me to again wonder, how do we widen the welcome here at UUCA, in our neighborhoods and in ourselves? The late poet Edwin Markham once wrote, "He drew a circle that shut me out, heretic, rebel, a thing to flout. But love and I had the wit to win. We drew a circle and took all in." That's the work. And it begins not with just cute poems and programs or policies, but with the care that we carry in our own spirits. Widening the welcome is widening ourselves. And of course, Widening ourselves in this particular season, we know, is not easy. Many of us are seeing headlines that shake us with ongoing political violence and silencing and everyday tragedies, the relentless rhythm of gunfire in neighborhoods and in our schools, and each of them make us tighten up and close off and be anxious and not invite the spirit of welcome in ourselves. Many of us are wondering what kind of future can take place around us. And even in this congregational leadership, we wrestle with, do we issue yet another pastoral care note? Week after week, do we wait for the right words to maybe come from some other leaders? Or what tone can hold both courage and care? I know I resonate deeply with the words that Reverend Jake shared earlier this week when he said, there's a lot I don't know, but I do know this. The story in our world is not over, and our congregation holds unspent courage and untapped love, enough to transform not only ourselves, but the world around us. How many of y'all believe that here, that this congregation holds untapped and unspent courage and love right here? Yes. That we hold enough not only to change ourselves, but to also impact the greater world. Do y'all believe that? Yes. Yes. So this is why we have to widen our welcome and invite people in. We have way too many empty seats in this time when the world is feeling like it's on fire for so many people, and they need this place of sanctuary. And so I ask you this question: how do you keep widening yourself so that we can widen ourselves when this world around us keeps pressing in and narrowing minds and hearts in this world? How are you doing that in your individual life? I will say that our Unitarian Universalist Association has named this book Social Change Now by Deepa Iyer, the person who wrote the book We Are the Builders that was referred to in our Time for All Ages. They named the larger book as our community read for 2025 and 26. And perhaps that book holds an answer. I feel that Iyer offers us a resource for transformative solidarity, a social change ecosystem or map of those 10 roles that we can play in our movements. As y'all heard, she writes about weavers and storytellers, builders and healers, guides, disruptors, frontline responders, caregivers, experimenters, and visionaries. There is a role for everyone. There is a part that each of us can play in these times. In the larger book that wasn't mentioned in the Time for All Ages, Iyer also names principles for centering voices and leadership of those most impacted, acknowledging histories of harm, because we know in these days you ain't gonna hear it in schools. We gotta do it here. We have to commit to co-liberation. Some people call this allyship, but here we know that it's about co-liberation because we gotta do it together. It's not just being allies. And we have to stay accountable, build deep relationships over the long haul, not just in these little short interactions that we can sometimes do. These are the strategies, not just for movements, but for postures of our hearts. I believe that the genius of this work is that it assigns us not one role forever, but it gives ideas, reminders that no one sustains the work of welcome alone. We are interdependent. And each role requires an inner posture of welcome, of humility, of noticing where our gifts meet the moment and can meet each other. Let me give you an example. So the other day, I met this delightful person I'll call Terrence. I met him at an open house of a community center on Sweet Auburn Avenue where I live. And Terrence had a testimony of recently regaining both his sight and his physical mobility. Wow. right? This is amazing. As you can imagine, he was overjoyed to share this miracle. And y'all know I'm very excitable, and I happen to be a believer in miracles myself. So while I'm listening to Terrence, I'm getting all excited. I'm like, tell me the tea, Terrence, so I could go back and tell the people how we can get our sight restored and our physical mobility. And in my excitement, Terrence started to get emotional, and he said, you know, these days people don't want to hear my positivity. That's crazy, right? Why would somebody not want to hear about positivity? Well, he says that people treat him like he's invisible, like his happiness can't be real because he's homeless. Oh, yeah. In this time, Terrence, he wasn't asking me for money. He didn't ask me to help fix his life. He was asking for space in my being just for a moment. To listen. That is the invitation. Widening the welcome is widening ourselves enough to say, I see you. You are not invisible to me. Professor and public intellectual Bayo Akumalafe is renowned for his unconventional views on global crisis, activism, and social change. And he has said, these times are urgent. Let us slow down. Slowing down means refusing to look away. Slowing down is refusing to walk past. Slowing down is making room in ourselves for the voices that often go ignored. Welcome will sometimes ask us to stretch past our comfort. Are y'all ready for that stretch? Yeah, right? Yes, thank you, thank you. I like participation. And so, yes, thank you. In social change now, Deepa Iyer reminds us that welcome can take many shapes. She shared that storytellers lift up truths that might otherwise be silenced. Weavers stitch relationships across difference. Builders create structures. Those can also be policies, institutions, shelters that make welcome real. Healers tend the wounds that people carry from being excluded or dismissed. Sometimes you are a healer just when you sing songs that include God language. Sometimes that's a part of the healing work in these times where some of that language has wounded a lot of us. I would say that what stands out about all of this is how each role depends on our capacity to stretch ourselves inwardly, to resist the instinct to shrink, to move past the reflex of judgment or fear, to become the kind of people who carry peace within us, even when the world is fractious. That's really what the International Peace Day is about. Not some distant ago treaty, but the daily practice of widening welcome in our bodies, in our homes, in our congregations. Here at UUCA, widening the welcome could look like many things. Sometimes it's saying hello to the person that you don't know yet. Sometimes it's sitting next to the child who wiggles and welcoming that energy to be a part of your worship. Sometimes it's learning the names of some of our unhoused neighbors in this neighborhood and maybe supporting the ministries that journey beside them. Maybe it's joining our 65 and up community group, Sacred Souls, that's coming up, or connecting with our Georgia Legislative Action Network or our LGBTQ Pride Paraders. Y'all know we got some Pride Paraders in this congregation, right? Oh, good. There's a meeting after today with Interweave. I just want to say that. So, but we know that everybody can't join everything. You got to ask yourself first, what circles have you drawn inside yourself? Where maybe can you widen them? Where can your schedule, your agenda allow space for widening? And I think back to that welcome line and the person who was urging me to bring all my friends. And I remember my initial defensiveness. But I also remember the deeper call I heard inside of that we can widen the welcome here. Not someday when the demographics change, as this person was like, bring all your friends maybe, but no, we can widen the welcome right now before any demographics change. Not someday when someone else does the inviting, because sometimes people think that the brown, trans, whatever, insert the blank is the person who does the inviting. No, 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 no. We all invite people in. We all can welcome, and right now we can do it in our own spirits. Because widening the welcome is not a recruitment strategy. It's a spiritual practice. A continuous practice of being the kind of people whose very presence is an act of widening welcome. People who, when someone shows up tired, maybe just released from incarceration for something that they shouldn't have even been incarcerated for, that y'all just heard the testimonies that were shared in the offertory words. Sometimes people have these hard situations and they just need somebody to listen to their story. We can be a people when folks like this show up, tired or unhoused or unsure. We don't say that you gotta prove your worth, prove your belonging. No, we say, come, have some delicious pound cake. Y'all know we got pound cake. And maybe share your name. We can be a congregation that not only resists the false comfort of sameness, but truly embraces the messy beauty of pluralism. Y'all, it is hard to be a pluralist community that sings all kinds of words of welcome. Y'all, again, God language, Wiccan, pagan, all of the things, Muslim, Jews, we said it earlier. We welcome so much, and that can be messy sometimes. But we do it so gracefully, and we do it even better when we widen the welcome inside ourselves first. We can be a congregation that not only practices peace in marches and vigils, but also in the tone of our meetings, the way we handle conflicts, the way we extend patience to the children, and forgiveness to each other. And now I just want to close with one more very quick story. Not long ago, I heard about a congregation here in the Southeast that was partnered with a shelter for families. At first, they thought that their role was simply to cook and provide meals, but then one of the members, a weaver, noticed that the kids loved playing soccer. So they started bringing balls and setting up games. And then another member, a storyteller, began listening to some of the parents and then writing down their experiences and then sharing them with the wider community. And then a builder in the group realized that the shelter, they also needed a better laundry facility, so they organized a fundraiser. So at the end, they realized that their work wasn't just about the food that they thought that they would be providing. It was about dignity. It was about peace. It was about widening welcome, not only for the families, but for the congregation itself. Because that experience allowed that congregation to discover gifts that they didn't even know that they had. They didn't know that they were builders and weavers. They didn't know. And that is our pilgrimage, to keep widening our circle within and among us, to welcome not just the people we wish were here, but the people who are here. Yes, to not welcome just in word, but also in deed. Knowing that the invitation is not to fill the pews with people who look like me or look like you or anyone else. The invitation is to fill our hearts and our minds and our spirits with enough spaciousness that when difference does arrive, it feels at home. And so on this International Day of Peace, let us commit again to play our role in the ecosystem of social change and not to draw lines that shut others out, but to draw wider and wider circles of belonging. And let this begin with you. And our choir gonna show us the way with this song.
Draw the circle wide.
from this place, allowing yourselves to have your seeing widen so that no one is invisible. And may you widen your listening so stories can land in you. And may you widen your courage so comfort never stops compassion. And may you widen your hope so peace takes root in your choices. May we draw our circle wide and wider still. Go in peace.